I think we should come in like on a beat there and just drop it.
Just drop it like it's hot. Hello, everybody.
Good evening, YouTube.
Welcome to the Spec deck.
Yeah. This is a new idea that we're going to try out tonight, isn't it, James?
It is, yeah. We are going to pitch two different versions of the same character against each other. We're going to see which is better for investors and collectors to spec on, which character is going to be entered into the MCU. So it's a totally new idea we're doing, and we hope you enjoy the ride.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing 3 books, aren't we, tonight? So we're going to be pitching both first appearances, and then we're going to obviously talk to our guests and see which one should be spec and which one should be deck. So which one we should deck and which one we should spec with.
Yeah, so the whole spec deck thing is, imagine that we're on a boat and we're going to leave the spec on the top, and then we're going to put the non-spec below deck. Sound enough logic, I think. So
yeah, spec, deck, rhymes. Let's just go with it.
Just rhymes. Let's just go with it. The other thing, we didn't want to use the other word that rhymes with spec, so
yeah.
So yeah. Cool. So we introduce our guest, Mikey.
Yes. So who do you want to bring on first then?
Well, you know what, it's advertised as a special guest, but they're basically, we should start charging them rent because they're basically just tenants, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we'll introduce Tim first. So welcome, Tim, from the Hobgoblins Hideaway.
How you doing, guys? How are you?
Yeah.
Very good, mate. Very good. Now that
good
we've
to
got a fellow.
Thank you for having me on.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's always great. It's always great to have a fellow Brummie.
Yeah, exactly.
We hide the accent well.
It was a very special night for you last night, wasn't it? Because you had your 1-year anniversary.
We did, pal. We've literally been doing the Hobgoblins Hideaway for a year. Surprised how quickly it's come around. It's been 12 months, obviously, but it just seems to have come around so quickly. And the support has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. And even last night at, what was it, 1:30, 1:45, you had to say enough was enough, didn't you? Because I was still there and I was going, I'm going to go to bed because I can't stay up any longer.
I think we tend to have a lock-in for our end-of-month shows. I think last month we went until about 2:30, but this time we cut it short at 1:30. It was a long night, so...
Yeah, I bet, mate. And you know, you're saying about the support and everything, but that is due to the hard work that you and Lucy put into, obviously, your claim sales and everything. So
thank you, buddy.
Congratulations. Well done. That's all right. I actually won something last night, and I'll be totally honest, I can't remember what I actually won.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, do you know what? Leave it as a surprise because I can't.
You've got to pay for it, so surely you've got to remember what you... Or did you win it?
No. It was 15. It was only £15, but I can't remember what it was.
It was one of these drunken claims, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't drunk. It was a few things that I claimed on, and because I had the volume on quite low, I didn't know if I'd win it or not.
Ah, okay. Dangerous game.
Obviously, the dangerous game is the total dangerous game is as well is like my name always comes up first because I preempt, like I put claim the letter and then just wait for you to put the value, and then like I put it and I'm first on mine, and then it's like I don't know. It's always like I can't. It's always certain people must be closer to you or something. So like,
do you know what? That
gets there quicker.
That causes us probably the biggest headache out of all the claim setup is when it always shows people as first on their own system. I think once you get used to that and you accept that that's not always how it is, you can really enjoy these claim sales and get along really well with them.
Yeah. I was seeing people, the bell ringing, and I couldn't even see the claims on the screen. I was like, who's buying all this stuff?
Yeah, there was quite a lot of you raised a lot of money for Sammy Clark's charity as well, didn't you? So
yeah, we did a charity auction for a sketch cover that I had done. I've actually got it to hand. I'll just quickly show you guys. It was done by Phil Buckingham a few years ago on the infamous Iron Man. It's a stunning sketch, and the guys went to town. We raised over £500 on the night for Sammy Clark and a charity supporting young people that have been affected by cancer. So it was a great cause, and we were just so humbled by the response.
No, mate, it's amazing. And you pushed him over the £500 mark, was it?
Yeah, we've had a few kind of direct donations as well that we'll be getting over, and then we kind of topped it up ourselves to try and make it a nice figure. And then we've still had more donations come in this evening as well. So it's all good, and it really shows the communities what they can do when they want to achieve something.
Yeah, the comic community honestly it's amazing. Whether it's like on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whether you're in the US or the UK, it's all the same. It's a great load of people. So
we're all just geeking out together, aren't we?
Yeah,
falling over comic covers and going, "Oh yes!"
I've just noticed Pete's comment about I want a used copy of Razzler. What's Razzler?
Razzler is an old pornographic magazine.
It was the one I appeared in as well.
Right. Let's introduce our next guest. We have. Who do you want, Mikey?
Let's bring Keanu Keys in.
Hey,
what's up?
Karate Kevin in the house.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Good, are you?
Good. Saturday. It was been like 3 weeks. We've hung out. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been a while, mate. Yeah, a lot's happened. You've seen the new Venom movie?
I did. I saw it last night. I don't want to talk about it.
Because it doesn't come out for another 2 weeks here, does it?
Because it was just that good. No, I'm still kidding.
Yeah. No. Well, have you been up to anything with your channel or anything, mate? Or
no, the channel is crickets have taken over the channel. It's just for a couple of weeks.
You're on hiatus, aren't you? So
yeah. You know what I mean? So I am working on I am working on a project. This is I know I keep saying this every week. This is one of the longest videos that I have worked on for the YouTube channel. I think I'm on like 18 hours or something crazy like that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun once it comes out on the channel. I have high hopes for it. And this may be something, depending on how well it does, this may be something I continue to do on the channel. But like I said, it depends on, how well it performs.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, because we know what it is, and we're really looking forward to it. Guys, this is something special. And if you aren't subscribed to Kev's channel, get subscribed now so you do not miss this when this comes out. It's going to be a classic.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well done. So we shall bring in our last special guest.
Like Bisco, we saved the best for last.
And it's
Is that
Amanda?
Hello,
little girl.
Hello, it's me, Amanda. Hi. I'm in my little ballet outfit. Look at me. Look how cute I am. Rubbish. It's me, really, guys.
It's you dressed as a girl.
Surprise.
It's Jason Parker Comics. What a surprise.
Hi guys, how are you? You'll be pleased to know no Daddy Longlegs today attacking me.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man, yeah,
That was hilarious. That
it wasn't
so-
hilarious. It scared me.
It was hilarious.
This house that I live in, right, is just full of spiders. It's a house of spiders, and it's just things flying past me all the time. But
Good name
honestly,
for a
it's
comic book,
scared me.
actually. The House of Spiders.
That sounds good.
It is actually.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'd buy it. I'd buy it.
Ooh,
Oh,
copyright claim right there.
Now, Jason, how do you know that the previous owners weren't messing around with the radioactivity with these spiders, and you could potentially have a free superpower?
Well, to be fair, I have grown another appendage.
Oh, I was going to say,
between your legs.
Kev, are you accusing the previous owners of like crossbreeding with spiders?
Yeah,
Ugh.
you never know.
You never know.
Just while I'm on, I noticed that my sister-in-law is watching, and I just want to wish her a very, very happy 30th birthday for tomorrow.
Oh, happy 30s, Sammy. You're getting old now.
She's now the proud owner of her first ever pet. So she's got some sort of poodle-looking thing. I can't remember what the thing
Should we
is, but
sing
it's called
happy
Noodles.
birthday? Let's embarrass her.
If you want, we can. Yeah, should we do it? Right, 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sammy. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
We all sound like we've had a bit to drink, don't we?
Someone can hold a tune there, that's for sure.
Wow.
Unsubscribed.
Yeah. Right, we've just lost 4 viewers. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all right.
So
It's our channel anyway, Jason, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just rooting for you guys, you know.
At least someone is.
Just very quickly, I just wanted to thank Kev while he's here. Me and Mikey received an AOK from him, all the way from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. So I just wanted to quickly show off what Kev sent to us. But so just these books.
Oh.
So we've got an X-Men 1, the Magneto cover, classic cover.
Very nice.
I decided I didn't need like 4 copies of that, so
That's fine. We have an Incredible Hulk 346. Is that a Todd McFarlane cover?
Eric Larson.
Yeah.
Eric Larson. Cool. Yeah, it is. But it does say McFarlane on there.
He inked it.
Oh, did he? Cool.
So
Cool,
pencils
cool,
by
cool.
Larson, inks by McFarlane.
We do have a Wolverine 17 classic cover.
One of my favorite Wolverine covers, guys. Love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Mine
Love
as
that
well.
classic. We have a Detective Comics 457, which, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this like an origin issue of Batman?
Yeah, it's a retelling origin story of his parents being killed for the millionth time.
Cool.
I thought you said his pants being killed.
Oh yeah, I mean that would definitely be a different origin story now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How come I got a big MJ over my face anyway?
Because you're promoting us.
Yeah. We
My
also
name's
have
Jason.
we have a Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 22, featuring this geezer here. He's coming out on Disney Plus next year, I think. I've recently heard they wrap filming for Moon Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think his name's like what, Lunar Man or something?
Yeah, some of
Sorry,
that. Yeah,
sometime. That's the first time Moon Knight and Spider-Man meet up in Marvel.
Nice.
And it's a
Nice.
newsstand.
Is a newsstand as well. Very nice. And Avengers 200, which is
nice.
Also a newsstand.
You guys both have to read that and let me know what you think. It's one of the most effed up
Bizarre
comic
issues.
books ever. It's so.
Isn't it like Captain Marvel's like has sex with a sort of South or something like that?
It's
and then has a baby,
pretty much like she pretty much. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna say on YouTube's.
Which sounds very, very interesting. So
It's very, dude. That comic book has so much heat to it from like
Oh yes, because she's forced, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's it.
it's very weird. And also for a fun thing, I'm friends with David Michelini on Facebook, and
As you do.
and he's one of the writers to that book, and I sent him a message to see if he would sign it for me, and he absolutely refused.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Did you block him?
No.
No. Should we have a quick look, say hello to everybody in the chat? So we've got
come on,
Triple
let's do
G
it.
Comics. Hello, Pete.
Yeah.
We've got Falco Meister.
Hey,
Yeah.
Falco.
Paul Cook from Sector 2815.
Hello,
Hey,
We've
Paul.
got VP.
VP
We've
again.
got Art of Code. Good evening. John
Hey, Art of
Bromley.
Code.
How you doing, John?
Hey, John.
Actually, that's just reminded me.
Hey,
It's
John.
always John Bromley who beats me in the claim sales.
John's a
It's always
ninja
him.
at claim
He's
sales.
a ninja. Jason W. Hello. We've got Harry 16. Hello, Harry.
Buongiorno.
We have Darren from Darren's Zaporium. Hello, Darren. We've got Andy from Perpetual Comics, also part of the Killer Comics show. Hello, Andy. We have QUE, a regular of ours. Hello, QUE. We've got Phil from the Nerdiverse. I think they're going live at 8:30 as well, I believe. So good luck on your live, gents. Ant Hill, PH Comics. Hello, buddy. And there's quite a few people in actually.
I saw a joke in there as well. I think I read the joke as it came up. I think it deserves to be read out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it. Hello, Pete. Hello, Artmageddon Tattoo Studio. Yeah, that's correct. Lightning Fingers. Where's the joke? Hello, Mark. How you doing? Mark won a lot of stuff last night, didn't he?
Yeah,
Tim?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think the joke was from Falco, wasn't it? If you're trying to find it.
There.
Yeah, there it is.
Very good, Falco. Very good.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Give that man $1.
We got Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Welcome. And we have. Let me just have a look, see if there's anybody else. We've got Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Who just killed the cat? That was definitely Tim. Definitely Tim. Definitely Tim. And we have Thunderchild 7997. I bet you that's his pin. I bet you that's his pin code or her pin code. So cool. Should we get into the show?
Let's do it.
Wait, what are we doing?
I literally don't know what we're doing, but we're just going to
do it. We do, James.
So,
we know exactly what we're doing. So we're going to pick.
Do we?
Yep, 2 comics with the same character, and we're going to speculate on which one we think is actually going to be in the MCU. And we're going to choose it as spec or deck. So we're going to show the comics, and then we're going to discuss it. So first up, we've got Nova number 1.
Hold on. Hold on. Well, there. Whoa. I've got. Let me play the little intro I've done.
Oh, recording. Right.
Wow.
I can't believe you interrupted me for that.
Sorry.
That was awesome.
We got an intro.
That was fantastic.
So we have obviously Mikey showing off the book there. What you got, Mikey?
Yeah, so we've got Nova number 1, the first appearance of Richard Rider.
Yeah.
And the next one is point 1, number 1, which is the first appearance of Nova again, but it's Sam Alexander as Nova. So we're asking if they were going to go with a Nova, which one should be introduced into the MCU?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing for me, and the reason why we're kind of running with this is, I think due to the current climate and how the world is at the moment, do we think that, for instance, Richard Rider will be introduced in? If they do introduce Nova into the MCU, will it be Richard Rider or will it be the modern day version, which is Sam Alexander? And I think for us, like the discussion will be looking at the figures to see what books are like the values, etc., on GPA, and to see ultimately what's everyone's opinion. Do we think that Marvel Studios will look at? I mean, Richard Rider's a terrible name, isn't it? Really, I know it's like a double.
I love it, dude.
It's essentially it's Dick Ryder.
No, it's Richard. No one says Dick anymore. Stop that.
That's the thing, isn't it?
This isn't 19Dickety2 anymore.
But yeah, so ultimately, what do we think? Do we think that? I mean, I absolutely love this cover.
Great cover.
It is, isn't it? So colourful.
Yeah, it just pops, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like.
But potentially, there's nothing stopping them, and I did think about this. There's nothing stopping them from having both of them. So you could be having Richard handling the mantle to Sam in a sort of
potentially.
It could be. So there could be both. There could be both in there as well.
I think if he'd have already been introduced into the MCU, that would have been a possibility. But I think being as at the moment we haven't seen a Nova full stop, I don't see how. I think that will take too much preparation to kind of hand it over.
Yeah,
it's not set up.
Yeah, it's food for thought, and it ultimately we've had the Guardians of the Galaxy movies where there could potentially be, some sort of cameo or anything like that with obviously the planet Xandar. So, I mean, what's everyone's preference? If you had the option to own either one of these books, which one? I mean, I know which book I would go with.
Yeah, I think everyone would probably go with the first one. Paul, Sector 2815, kind of beat me to the punch. He says to do both, to have it as a core, just like the Green Lantern core. So kudos to you, Paul. I think like everyone would go for the first appearance of Nova. You know what I mean? So, and everyone, even if you're not a huge comic collector, or if you're just getting into comic books, everyone's just going to be like, well, that's older, and assume that's going to be worth more money someday. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of look at it.
Yeah. Everyone's just applauding the music to that. That's what I picked it.
We're
going to start taking our clothes off soon, everybody.
every time Mickey goes to talk, you should play the intro. Oh man, I didn't know we got it in.
The Marvel, to look at it so objectively then and play devil's advocate, the new version of Sam Alexander, that book is gaining a lot of traction.
It is, yeah, and I'll bring up the values in a bit in a minute. But a lot of people in the chat are saying it'll be Sam, it'll be Richard.
Do you think it's divided opinion again?
Even if it was Sam, how much you want to bet? Okay, so if it was Sam that was going to be put in, Sam's first appearance would go up as to be predicted, but I also think the price of the first appearance of the True Nova would go up as well. But if it was the other way around, I think everyone would go over the first appearance of Nova, but also buy the second one in Spec. But not to say Sam would actually make an appearance.
Do you think though? I know you've just alluded to that, Kev. But I think if they bring out Sam Alexander and then just completely bypass Rich Rider, I don't think that Nova 1 will go up like a considerable amount much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but I think
I think it's going to jump. Even if Sam is going to be in it, people still want the original. Nova. So it might not jump as much as percentage wise, in profit wise as the Sam one, but even if it just rose 10%, while the Sam one's like doubled or tripled, people are still going to want that originality, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think, like Kev said, though, if you want to own a copy for your own personal collection, it's the original. I wouldn't personally go looking for the Sam Alexander 0.1. I wouldn't be bothered if that was in my personal collection. It would purely be if I wanted to turn that around for some spec profit. Whereas Nova 1, I think we've all it's not a major key as such.
Not yet.
But with all kind of classic keys, we all really want a copy in our collection, and I think that will continue with that book, and I think it will continue to rise regardless. I wouldn't be surprised though if Marvel did go with Sam Alexander, because they seem to like bringing through the kind of newer versions of characters and the more youthful,
diverse,
and also up to the times.
Yeah,
up to the times.
Yeah. So I think they'll go with the Sam Alexander. And I'm sure he's going to come into the films. I'm absolutely positive it's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
but I do think they'll go with Sam.
I think what we're looking at here, guys, is Disney, isn't it? It's Disney Plus, so they're going to be aiming at a younger generation. Unfortunately, us older generation will be left to the wayside a little bit because they want to concentrate on new fresh blood coming in, and it's us then that just pays the subscription, so the kids get to watch it. But I mean, another spec book, isn't it? Is Strange Academy, which is rife for a TV series based on a load of kids attending an academy with special powers and magic abilities.
It's a modern day Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, really.
I thought we were talking about X-Men.
I was going to say modern day Harry Potter meets X-Men. So should we look at some sales figures?
Let's do that.
So here is, let me just get rid of the banner. Right, so here is the current GPA. So we've got 9.8 at the top, obviously.
Wow.
The 90-day average for a 9.8 is $1,811. Pretty.
Wow.
The last sale in September was $2,060.
Wow.
Look at the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8. The last sale for 9.6 was $500. Absolutely massive.
That's why I
was going to say the 9.6. So I picked up a 9.6 probably about 8 months ago, and it was half that price. So even the 9.6 is a jumping up massively now. But I think there's a massive divide there, and I think that will correct itself a little bit. I think we've spoken about it before, James, about the difference between a 9.8 and a 9.6. That at some point has to balance out, and they will. The 9.6s will become the kind of next desirable grade for a lot of people with these books.
It makes sense in my mind that a 9.6 would be, if a 9.8, the last sale is about $2,000, a 9.6 should be like about $1,000. In my head.
If not more, if not a little more. You would be looking probably about 16 to 17.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I think, Tim's right. There's going to be some price correction going on here. That's a recent sale there at 9.8. Everything will follow.
Yeah.
I know there's been some recent sales there, but I mean, in the 9.4 there, latest sale was $300, which seems really low for a near mint copy of Nova number 1.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest with you.
Someone had a bargain with the 9.4 signed. $170.
Where's that?
The 9.5 signed by Marvel.
Last February. Yeah, that's all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of lower grade books selling for. Again, the correction isn't happening yet. You'll see if you look through GPA for a lot of books, you'll see 9.2s, 9.4s selling way above 9.6s, and then 9.6s are still selling more recently below those. It's a bit of a strange one at the moment to kind of get a true reflection of value on a lot of key books.
This is what I would do if I was a speculator and if I was a flipper as well. I would buy 9.6s. And I mean, I've gotten lucky with this. I mean, I bought a New Mutants 98 9.6 for $300 or $360 or something like that. Get a press. Maybe you have a chance at a 9.8. I got lucky with the 9.8. So you just never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So I would definitely spec on the 9.6s and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, depending on the value of a 9.8, I'll always have a 9.4 or 9.6 of any book.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 9.6s are beautiful, okay, and 9.4s are beautiful as well.
Yeah,
like 9.8s, for some books, like if it's like not too much of a modern book, you know what I mean. Like if this book just like recently come out, or if it's like 10 years old, like I try to go for a 9.8 all day. But a 9.6 from a book from 1976 is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's very interesting as well on GPA here, there's no UK price variant above 9.2.
Wow.
Mm.
Do you think the difference as well? I know obviously we talked about a 9.8 to a 9.6, but if you look at the lower grades, they're all kind of condensing in that middle section, really close in value.
Yeah,
And
it's very close.
It goes down to kind of very good to fine grades. You're kind of you're getting very close to the top grades, and then the top grades are kind of a million miles away.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you look at the last sale for a 9.0 is $220. Last sale for an 8.5 is $172.
Yeah.
So you got, I mean, that the 9.0 is basically it's basically what I want to say, like, is it 1,000% for a 9.8? Or was that wrong? It's like 100%.
Don't make me do math on weekends.
No.
It's 1,000%.
Well, it's 100%.
Is it
If it's 100%?
Yeah, it's another 172, isn't it? So yeah.
What for $220 up to 2,000?
Oh,
So I
sorry.
thought about the 8.5. Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, from a 9.0 to a 9.8. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like 1,000%. We've got a lot of people saying buy the 9.6. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. I would buy 9.6s all day long, but I think my kind of buying habits have changed. I'm going down to like 7.5s on a lot of key books now. Happily knowing that they're growing every single day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jason's got a 9.6. I have a 9.2.
White pages, baby.
Off-white pages, mine is.
Crispy white paps.
Let's have a look at the sales data on the 0.1. So
which variant is this? Because there's a couple of variants, isn't there?
Yeah. So it's got the variants on there. So you got the sketch cover in the variant edition. So we have the standard 9.8 cover A. The last sale was $355.
It's quite
the average.
Yeah,
yeah. So the average price is over 90 days is $310. The sketch cover, gosh, the sketch cover is worth quite a bit.
It's like
the sketch cover,
$1,500.
Yeah, I mean that's almost, I mean that was in May, so I dread to think what the next sale will be.
I take it. What's the ratio on those? Do we know?
I don't have a clue. Should have probably researched that. I can have a look if you want.
I'll have a look. You chat away.
Yeah. So you got the other variant. You've got the other variant, and you, Mikey.
Yeah. I've got.
It's basically the wraparound is the sketch cover, but obviously just it's a sketch.
It's just in black and white, isn't it? There's no.
In fact, you know what?
That peak.
Hold on. I do have the pictures of the things here to show off, I think.
Do you know what? It'd be generally interesting though to ask the guys in the chat who actually would buy this book and what has bought this book purely because they want to own it rather than buying it for spec. I reckon everybody that's going after this book is a spec buyer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, completely.
I don't see anyone going after this book to want it.
Yeah, it's true. I totally agree. I mean,
Well,
do you agree, Mikey? Because
I don't know, because I've had this was one of my first few comics that I bought when I was buying comic just covers purely on the art on the cover. I didn't realise it was a spec book until obviously I looked into it. I didn't realise it was the first appearance. It's just that someone was selling it, and I liked it, so I picked it up.
Fair enough.
Did
So
you
that
pay
sketch-
a pretty penny for it though, Mikey, or did you pick it up as what would be a bargain?
I paid £18 for it.
£18.
Well,
£18, yeah, £18 for my 9.4. And I liked it because it was front and back. I don't know if you can have a look, but there's also it's an actual wraparound. So on the back, it features. Don't know if you want to try and bring me up.
Yeah, it's good.
As you can see, but on the back, it's almost got all the pretty key Marvel characters on it. It's got like Neymar, Hulk on there, Iron Man, Daredevil. So that's the back of it.
So
and it looks
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice cover.
Yeah. So I bought it purely because it just had everybody on it. And I was like, yeah, that's a cool cover.
The sketch version of that cover is a 1 in 100.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's probably
Yeah,
explains why.
so, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nick Bradshaw.
Okay.
So, so I mean, obviously, if you were going to buy one of these, you'd look out for that sketch cover, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because I mean, even in a 9.6, it's more than the 9.6 Nova one.
Yeah, and if they do announce Sam, do you think that will overtake the $2,000 on the 9.8 for the 1976 one?
No.
For the sketch variant. Do you think? I think we'll see. I think the prices will be considerably close to that. You know,
I think
they do announce it.
It's like Young Avengers, isn't it? Your sketch version, your Wizard World version, will always hold a premium over the standard regular. I think it's a similar type of book. I think that will always be the problem is it's probably when this book came out, there wasn't a lot of interest in it, I would presume. So to get that 1 in 100 variant on that, there cannot be many of these knocking about.
No.
And that's why it's always going to hold that premium, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it blows my mind that basically a modern book is going to overtake like a 9.8 book from like, you know, what, 40 something years ago. It's just madness.
Yeah. And all based really on Spec, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spec. There's a lot. There's a bit of a divide in the comic community, I would say, of people who with speculators and collectors, I'm guessing. But I mean, there's a lot of crossover I find for myself, and I dare say for a lot of other people here. But like, I mean, I just collect because I just collect. I rarely buy a book to sell on.
Yeah, I don't spec ever really. I mean, my collection is just mainly just buy it because I want it and I like it.
Yeah. So.
I'm a bit of both. I'm bi. So I buy comics.
You get by, don't you, Jess?
Yeah, I get by. I buy comics because I love them and I want my personal collection. But then I will also buy comics to flip.
Yeah, I mean it helps though. It does. It helps with the collection. It's something that I should do more of.
Yeah, that's the end goal, I think, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really kind of jealous of Andrew, who's just got an amazing Fantasy 15. It's a 1.0, and but oh my god! And I've said to him, he's like Thanos now. He's reached his grail. He can sit back now in his garden, water his plants.
So did he finish his collection? Is he done?
Yeah. he said he's walked away now from silver and bronze marbles because he's got everything that he needs. He's got Hulks. He's got everything that you could possibly want.
Good for him.
He's done. Yeah, Golden Age next.
What a feeling!
Golden
Age. Sense of achievement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked.
But is it ever enough? We discussed this on Kevin's channel the other week, didn't we?
Yeah.
When do you stop? When is enough?
Stop?
Enough?
Can you stop?
You don't.
When the authorities come knocking on the door, that's when you stop. Right. Okay. So we've looked at both. I mean, I kind of think I know how this is going to go, but we'll go around to each and everybody. We shall start. Who should we start with, Mikey? We'll ask you whether or not you think which book would have a spec, and then which one you would put away.
Yeah, and then so we'll go with Jason. Which one would you go with as a spec, and which one would be deck?
That one.
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought.
Whoa. Did anyone else get that ASMR then when he pulled the wrapper off that?
Sorry.
Okay. And Tim, which one do you think?
Personally, I would always spec on the original, the 1976. But I do genuinely believe that they will go with Sam Alexander. So if you're looking for a quick turnaround, then I'd have to say 0.1. If I'm looking for personal collection, I'm going old school.
Okay, so that's one each. Okay, and Kevin?
Old school, baby. Nova number 1. That's the one I would get.
Okay.
I'm a little biased though.
James?
Yeah, I totally agree with. Well, I pretty much agree with everybody, but what Tim said hit the nail on the head. If you're looking to make a quick book, then definitely
this is definitely
Marvel
the spec book for this particular month.
I genuinely think that the way that Marvel are going, they're going to go looking for a younger generation, and I think that they will go down the Sam Alexander route.
And do you think
being the main Nova?
I was going to say Sam Alexander has a more modern name, doesn't it, rather than Richard Ryder?
Dick Ryder,
yeah. It's Sam Alexander is a name that's used a lot amongst people who are non-binary as well. Sam is one of those names that is well,
it's gender. It's not gender
neutral.
Specific.
It's gender neutral. Pacific or specific? Because that's an ocean.
Specific.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So again,
so you're saying here that potentially Sam Alexander could be
non-binary or a demi boy, could be anything.
No. Okay. Well, I'm going to agree with Jason. I do think we will see especially when something gets announced. But I tend to find that people do want the original, so I'm going to go that this is still the spec book in the Nova first appearance category. So I'm going to go with Jason, which makes the winner Marvel 0.1 with 3-2 on the votes that we've just taken.
Cool.
So the panel believes that Marvel 0.1 is the spec book to invest in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
The spec book, yeah.
The spec,
but it's not the better book. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But it's a spec book because that's what everybody's said. They've looked at the figures and obviously, there's potential.
If it's speculation to make a bit of money, then that's the book, isn't it?
So this means that Jason has to take his Nova number 1 and deck the shit out of it.
I'm gonna drop in the jacuzzi.
That brings us on to our next section. It's called Smash the Slab.
And whoever has the best grade has to smash the slab right now.
I'm actually thinking of getting this cracked and sent off. And
don't do it.
Wasn't one of those ones? That was one of those ones that you already did it with, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it? It was a 9, but it came back to 9.6. Unfortunately, I had an Eternals 9.6 that came back to 9.4.
Can I? I'm going to show off this.
Show it off, baby.
My 9.2 is very special. Do you know why?
You're holding it?
I think Tim's gonna love this. It's a pube edition special. Can you just
oh, look at that!
Look at that!
Right.
That is an actual pube.
That adds at least 50 pence to the value.
All right, I think CGC needs to crack open that slab, take that pubie, send it to DNA analysts, and see who it comes back as the employee.
Well, I'll tell you I bought it off Jason, so it's probably Jason's pube.
Oh, well, that makes total sense then.
Yeah, it's
That makes total sense.
it's the teabag variant.
Well done. So let's move on to the next part of the show.
Yeah, have we got an intro for this one as well, Dan?
We do, yes. Let's do
Okay,
it.
play that intro.
And wait,
What do you say, Mikey? Say it. Say something. To talk.
wacka 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 wacka.
Do you know what? I got
That
admit,
music.
that music is insane.
It's
Right.
incredible.
So next up, we have Marvel Spotlight number 5. So we're going to go with Johnny Blaze. I don't have the other one, so that's
all right.
think.
So, I mean,
Or-
that cover is just amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Love
or
it.
we're going to go
Absolutely love it.
with Robbie Reyes.
Right.
Well, do you know what? There's a couple of versions of this cover. So you've got the Philippe Smith cover, which is, I've got to admit,
That's a great cover. Great.
that
cover.
is a fantastic cover.
Look at that
An
car.
absolutely fantastic cover. I believe that's the 1 in 25 variant. And then we've got the 1 in 50 variant, which is this one.
Oh,
And that's by Trad Moore. I actually prefer the 1 in 25, if I'm being totally honest.
still a great cover, that.
Yeah. But
Let's face it, anything with Ghost Rider on it is cool as F, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, he's got a flaming skull. What's
it could be
not to
doing
like?
anything.
What's
Exactly.
not to like?
Do you know what?
So-
In regards to the artwork for Ghost Rider, I would rather see someone like Alex Ross doing Ghost Rider. I don't like the kind of really soft and kind of kiddie style fun side of a Ghost Rider drawing. I want it to look dark and nasty.
Horrific.
Like an Alex
Yeah.
Ross is definitely where I would want to go with a cover like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great artist, isn't he, Alex Ross?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, insane.
Maybe it's a beard hair part of it. It would have been
You are-
grey
you
though,
are
wouldn't it?
sending
'Cause
that
it looks
book away
grey.
to get sorted, aren't you?
I am. No, it's too late.
No, it's never too late to remove a pube.
I'll keep it in there. It's
I mean, he's still got stuff in his teeth from years ago. It's too late to remove them now.
Organic floss.
organic, yeah. Oh, there is obviously, volume. Is it volume 2? Is it series 2
Yeah.
of Ghost Rider with Danny Ketch?
Danny Ketch.
Yeah. I should have gone with that as well, but I kind of feel like with currently with Disney and Marvel that they're going for these newer, more up to date characters
Against the original, yeah.
against the original.
Plus,
So-
no one wants another white superhero. Do they?
Potentially, no.
Another white knight coming in to save the day. You know, potentially Robbie Reyes. What's his background? Is he Mexican?
Yeah,
I think he
believe
might
so.
be
Mexican,
Hispanic
yeah.
or something like a Latino or something maybe.
Hispanic? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's one of them
It
things
fits
again.
the formula, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just all modern day, isn't it? Current world. I mean, do we want Nicolas Cage back? Is that what we're
Yes.
saying?
Oh,
What?
come on, guys. What's wrong with you?
Did you watch Ghost Rider 2? I mean,
Nick-
one was just about bearable.
Have
Nicolas
you ever seen?
Cage is Johnny Blaze.
Have you ever seen the behind the scenes or how they filmed Ghost Rider 2?
No.
I
Is it all green screen?
If anyone, no, if you ever get the chance to watch, I think you just search Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider 2 CGI, and it's basically without the CGI of the flaming skull. He insisted that they would put it over digitally over his face, and so you see him acting everything.
No,
and it's just completely nuts.
Yeah, he is nuts though. He's the nuttiest guy ever.
I love him. I do.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
Oh man. All right, good. Because Paul was saying that he couldn't hear me speak. My sound wasn't coming through.
no,
Yeah,
I can hear you fine.
All right, cool.
So, what's your thoughts, Kev?
So a few things. I think it would actually be cool if Marvel did the complete opposite. Actually, I think it would be really cool because I'm a sucker for westerns. I think it would be a really cool idea if they actually did a western style of the original Ghost Rider. I think that would look so freaking cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Actually, that would. I mean, Robbie Reyes obviously has, instead of a bike, he has a Gran Torino or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Pete.
Oh, got some Nicolas Cage fans.
Massive Nicolas Cage fans here for the win.
Gosh, we've got Nicolas Cage himself with us. No joking.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the GPA on a Marvel Spotlight.
I was at a comic show last week, and someone at a table had a raw Marvel Spotlight number 5 for sale for $200. If I had the extra dough, I would have picked it up.
$200?
Yeah,
You should have picked it up, regardless.
Mate, I would have gone straight to the sperm bank and sold the load.
And given blood.
So I can't believe that was $200. That's crazy. Right, so a 9.8. We had. I remember this. This went in June, didn't it? For $264,000, which is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. You've got a 9.6 went in September for 42,000. I mean, look at the price difference between that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
It'd be definitely be worth picking up a 9.6 and gambling the clean and press for a 9.8.
You would, wouldn't it? Definitely, if you could afford that. But then you wouldn't want it to drop down to a 9.4, though, would you? That's the issue. You lose 20 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Never gamble there. Never gamble there.
Never. I mean, to be honest, I don't think any of us could
ever afford the 9.6
the likes
anyway.
of this. Yeah. So if we take a look at the lower end, you got your 4.0 there, and your 3.5s, and I think, Mikey, what was yours?
Mine's at 1.5.
1.5, yeah. So I mean, just looking at that, I mean, $900 for a 3.0. Wow. I mean, it's a beautiful cover.
Yeah. And overall, he's such a cool character too.
Yeah.
But then you've got a 1.8 for 920 as well.
Yeah, from May, yeah.
Which is insane. It's insane. They're just not balancing out correctly, I don't think, a lot of the time.
No. Do you think that's because there's not many in the lower grades?
I think that's what it is. I think and this is why you've got to be careful when you're selling your key books, is that, we're rushing them and getting them out there as quickly as we can. People are snapping up these low grades because that's all that's available.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people aren't paying attention to their slightly higher grades. They're just literally throwing them out there as quickly as they can and really paying no attention. They're setting their prices far too low. I think auction is a really bad factor in a lot of these star prices at the moment. People putting them in auction without reserves is kind of screwing with the figures slightly as well.
Yeah.
I think this actually kind of, it's a great point that Tim brought up, and I would fully agree with it. I also think too, it's something about what I said in one of my videos is that we have so many new comic collectors in the game where, especially if they have money, they're not doing their full research about what these books are going for. And I'm sure a good majority of them don't even know what GPA is. So they just see a key book, know that the book is worth money. They know it's going to be worth more money down the road. So they just pick it up. They just buy it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I completely agree with that.
Totally
Completely
agree.
agree with that.
Totally agree. And that, it's like I mean, you've got new collectors just throwing money at first appearances, not knowing, not checking out what previous sales were and stuff. So totally agree. I mean, if I had the chance to have, like a 3.0 or 2.5, looking over $1,000, I'd definitely choose to have this book. Should we check out the sales data for the all new Ghost Rider 1?
For the Robbie Reyes, yeah.
Robbie Reyes. So, I mean, a 9.8 for the cover A is the last sale was $375. So it is quite, it's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it's gone up to over 10.
2014. And then you've got the thing that I'm quite impressed with is that the 9 point the Smith cover goes for more, I think, does it?
So does the variant as well. Yeah. It's because there'll be the one in 25 and the one in 50, so there won't be like a cover A, cover B.
So
the variant cover is a Scotty Young cover, isn't it?
Yeah. So you got the Young variant cover, which is Scotty Young, and I think the variant edition is the 1 in 50, and the Smith is the 1 in 25. But there's not much difference there between the 1 in 25 and the 50. I mean, if you look, the 9.6 sold in June for the Smith variant for $750. That's it's quite a lot, really.
Yeah.
But that's for me, that's the better cover.
It's got all those green arrows. It's going up and up and up, isn't it, guys?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. But I mean, I think for me, it's pretty. Yeah, I'd 100% would rather have a low grade Marvel Spotlight 5 than have a 9.8 in any of these books.
Oh, completely.
Regardless of the value.
Oh yeah. Like we said in the beginning of the show, I mean, we would always love to see the original make it.
Yeah. Keanu Keys will be the new Ghost Rider.
I already got the jacket, dude. I'm ready.
He's ready, man. Can you ride a motorcycle?
I don't, sadly.
So guys, can I put this to you? So do you think, as a speculation book, then this one, because it's riding quite low in certain sections for a 9.8, do you reckon that this is probably a better speculation book than the Marvel Spotlight number 5? Because the Marvel Spotlight number 5 is so expensive, you could buy 3 or 4, and if this does catch on, you could probably sell 3 of them and cover the cost of a decent Marvel Spotlight number 5, and still keep one for yourself.
If I'm being totally honest, Mikey, I think Tim's probably looking on eBay now, thinking the same
thing. I've actually got. I've got all new Ghost Rider at CBCS at the moment.
Okay.
In a high grade. I don't know what cover it is. I can't look because the grade might be there. I don't even know what cover it is, but I know I've got this comic due back from grading any day now. So
is that the standard, the cover A, or is it one of the variants?
I've no idea, pal. I don't actually know what I've got. I just know I've got one.
Yeah.
I know about the spec, so we sent it off. We knew it was a high grade, so we thought, well, let's just send it off. And I would always rather sell a graded book if I can. Then the people that I'm selling to don't have to worry about me grading a comic and what they're getting, is it going to be the same grade as what we're kind of quoting? So I'd always rather sell a graded book. So fingers crossed we've got a good one on this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm just looking at eBay now.
I think everybody is.
I bought them all. Sorry, guys.
Only because I'll tell you what, I actually really like. I really like this one in 25. I think it's a really cool cover.
There's the Jason Parker with his cover A.
Cover A. I got 3 of these. Not that I'm specking.
It sounds like you are.
I am.
I'm sure there's a second print on that cover A as well, isn't there? I think
there is, and that seems to be going for quite a lot as well. But look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So what are we thinking then, people?
I think we've all just agreed. Just was us just looking at eBay.
I think.
I'm going to go with all new Ghost Rider. I think that's going to be the spec book.
I mean, to be fair, you can't call this a spec book.
It's a key.
It's not a spec book, is it?
Yeah. It's too expensive to speculate on.
It's a book that will keep going up, I think.
Yeah, but you've also got. Is it technically it could be a spec book if Johnny Blaze comes into the MCU?
But it's already in the
It's
stratosphere.
already done.
You can't speculate about it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think that Disney will bring back Johnny Blaze personally because of Nicolas Cage.
Because of the legendary rendition that he did of Johnny Blaze, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah, because he's. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the Superman film he's supposed to be in.
Oh, with Tim Burton Superman. God, that would have been terrible, wouldn't it?
He could have had a face-off, Ghost Rider versus Superman.
It could have been career ending, which is what we needed.
So are we all agreeing then that all new Ghost Rider 1 is our spec book?
It's the affordable spec book, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
And I would agree what Jason said. Like, is Marvel Spotlight 5 really a spec book? But I mean, if people are going after it and it because of a potential MCU appearance, and if that drives the prices up, then that's what makes it a spec book. I think. But I mean, I would still go over old over new. I mean, even if you did get a Marvel Spotlight number 5, I think, if you're not into collecting down the road, and if you sell it, you're probably going to make up more of a profit on it than the other book, because the other book, it could be speculation. You buy it because you like it at the time, and then say if you get out of comic book collecting, it might not be worth nearly as much as what you paid for it or what it was worth then.
Could you do me a favor? Could you bring up that cover again for me of Ghost Rider that you had, just the all new Ghost Rider?
Which one?
Which one? The 1 in 50?
The Robbie Reyes. The Robbie Reyes cover A.
Cover A.
Yeah, it's shit. What a shit cover.
Yeah.
Look. Oh my god. Do you know what I mean? I haven't really fully looked at it. I've got to be honest with you. But when I study it now and I look at it,
it looks like a ruler or a barcode in the middle.
It's horrendous. I don't like the look of Robbie there.
Well, that's why this one's the better one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is an atrocious
Ghost Rider. Look at Ghost Rider there with his angular features there.
The flames in the background kind of reminds me of like Medusa hair a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Really bad cover. I don't hate that.
That's
cover.
why you need to go out and get this one.
It's beautiful.
That one is actually pretty good.
I love it.
I just think there's no way Marvel doesn't go with this culturally diverse character. If they move forward again, it's just so typical Marvel now. I would be so shocked if they went back to old school Ghost Rider. I would love a copy of the old school book. But like you said, I think spec all day long on the Robbie Reyes. What about Alejandra Jones?
What about him?
Or what about that spec?
Oh, from Fear Itself number
Yeah.
7 or number 3. Yeah, I've got a copy
Oh gosh.
of that. Yeah.
Completely off the kilter kind of thing. I don't think she would ever feature, but you never know. I'm sure that one's nice and cheap to pick up.
Yeah, that is a nice cheap key to pick up. Definitely worth it, especially if they do like multiverse and bring in something, because they could do anything with multiverse, really, couldn't they? So, and that's another factor in this as well, isn't it? So,
well, didn't Johnny Blaze come and kind of take his powers back from her? So what happens if the new film starts with her, kind of doing its ritual, getting these powers, and then it introduces him to kind of take them back and kick off the film.
It could happen, yeah. Just a quick shout out to Ben, the attention-seeking geek. Catch you later, buddy. Thanks for watching.
In my opinion, I would also, to kind of going back to Nova and going back with Ghost Rider, picking and choosing. If any of these characters were to come into the MCU, I wouldn't care too much of who they picked for Nova, which character. But if it was Ghost Rider, I would love to see Johnny Blaze back.
Same.
Yeah.
Totally. Right, so pretty much we're all agreeing that all new Ghost Rider 1 is the spec book, and we put down below the deck, we will put down Marvel Spotlight 5.
Who's throwing their Marvel Spotlight 5 now? Who's decking it?
Jason's got the best.
I'm not this time. I've already
Jason's always got the better grade. Right, shall we go with the final intro?
Yep.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Exactly. So we're almost in the same sort of situation as last time, with Jake Gomez being the new werewolf versus, I think it was Jack Russell, wasn't it? The first one.
Yep.
Original. Yeah.
Terrible name.
So,
terrible name.
Jack Russell.
Jack
he's
Russell.
probably, the dog was probably running around. I need a name for a character. Oh, Jack Russell.
Yeah. I got a dog. Yeah, I call it Jack Russell or Labradoodle. Labradoodle, call it. Labradoodle.
Might as well show off my 4.5 white pages.
Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get that from, mate?
From
Who'd you find that off?
Some guy in Wales who sells comic books. I can't remember his name.
No, mate.
Totally forgettable guy.
I heard he was a dick.
You're right. He is. He's a dick.
So with this one, right? I wasn't expecting this one. This one's actually kind of cool, right? I don't know the names of the other werewolves. I know one happens to be of Native American descent. I think if they went with that one, I think it would be a little bit of a poor choice because of what we've seen with Twilight. I think that would scar too many people and be like, am I watching Twilight? Where's the vampire? I don't know.
Kev, I thought you were Team Jacob.
Oh, dude. I mean, I love both of them. I'm both teams, bro. I love the vampire, Robert Pattinson, man, Batman. Jeez, no, I'm kidding. No, so I think actually doing bringing back to the roots, American classic werewolf or a London classic werewolf, that's the kind of stuff I kind of want to see because it's different. Everything has been done a few times. Where, like I said with Ghost Rider, how cool would it be if they brought in the original Ghost Rider, do a bloody, dirty Western sort of Disney Plus story? I kind of think we should start reeling these things back to the roots because I think we could revitalize or give these new genres new life again.
Yeah. I mean,
but are today's kids actually going to watch a Western?
They've probably never seen one.
They probably don't even. What's that thing with 4 legs walking? Do you know what I mean? It's just.
That's me.
Screws extra appendage, hasn't he? So. I mean, to be fair, sorry, Tim, go on.
I was just going to say, I think this is where we have hopes for the original Ghost Rider for Johnny Blaze. I think they're going to bring Werewolf by Night into the Blade film at some point, maybe an end credit. I think then that kind of ties in with all the other typical guys. I think Ghost Rider will then kick into it. And I think they'll go quite adult and quite dark on it. That's the hope anyway.
Yeah.
Also, too, we have Moon Knight that just wrapped up, and again, we all know that Jack Russell fought Moon Knight, and, Moon Knight first appeared in Werewolf by Night 32. It only makes a little more sense if it was Jack Russell. I mean, this is where they could tie in the committee, who, first hired Moon Knight to go after Jack Russell. So, there's more. It makes a little more sense if they use Jack Russell because of what we have seen in the comic books medium.
Yeah, totally. I mean, but do you think they would go with the name Jack Russell though, just because it is the name of a dog? It's corny.
It's corny.
Man, I've never heard of people hating on all these names like Rich Rider, and I think they're freaking amazing, dude.
Yeah, but they're I suppose, but
it's something like out of a Carry On film, though, isn't it? Like Dick Ryder.
What about Jacob Russell? Jacob Russell could work. Bit of mix of the two.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Or you could have Russell Grant. Remember him? Russell Grant, the astrologer. Hello.
Noise.
Not me.
What certificate are they giving Moonlight as a TV show?
Well, you'd hope like a 15 or something, wouldn't you? But working up
12.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think if they go quite family friendly and younger, that's where I think it will stop being a possibility of Werewolf by Night featuring. I agree with Kev. What Kev's saying in the link makes perfect sense, but I think
totally.
that all depends on the age that they kind of set Moon Knight at.
Yeah, but there's no harm in introducing the character Jack Russell, but in Moon Knight as a little Easter egg cameo type thing or whatnot. But then
flashback could be.
Yeah, and then obviously have him in the Blade movie where you've got the big budget effects for.
I don't know if they want to kind of switch between the age groups and the target audience. And that's where I kind of see him being introduced in Blade. If anything, I think Blade's I presume it's going to be an 18 or an R-rated movie.
Better be.
That's where I see him being introduced, and then kicking into a Ghost Rider, which would be awesome. Like Kev says, go a lot more adult, a lot more bloody, and then you've got a perfect setup.
That's what I want to see in my movies and in these shows. Like, I want mature content, dude. If you have Ghost Rider, and I'm going to use Venom Let There Be Carnage be sort of an example. Like, I want to see blood in these movies, dude. I want to see I want to see someone get decapitated with a chain and stuff, and look at someone looking like a dead burnt body when they look at the penance stare and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, well. Can I just say something here? To date, do we know of any Disney films that are R-rated?
No, and that's a damn problem. That's what I'm saying. It's a damn problem.
So I can't see it happening. I think they'll try and stick to a 15. If
they have said that Deadpool 3 is going to be R-rated, haven't they?
They did say that, and I'm still a little bit worried about that, in all honesty.
Yeah,
but that's still in the UK a 15 certificate, isn't it?
No,
because Deadpool's 15. Deadpool 1 and 2 were 15. That wasn't an 18. That was a 15. And they want to keep Deadpool 3 as a R-rated 15 certificate. What's NC-17? Is that lower than an R-rated?
I've never heard of it.
NC-17? Come on, Kev. So is that you got to be over 17?
Yeah, I guess.
It's in the chat, guys. There must be. If there's American people in the chat who know their films, please let me know what NC-17 means. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No consent under the age of 17. No.
Let's take a look at the Marvel Spotlight 2 cover. Classic cover.
Classic, dude.
I mean, I'm not Neil Adams cover, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of panels on front covers, but
Me neither.
that's just me. But still classic cover. Classic. And then we've got obviously Werewolf by Night's Volume 3. And we've got the standard cover A. I mean, that doesn't do it for me. I don't know what
it does. It does it for me, and I'll tell you why.
This cover here.
Yes. It's a homage to Hulk 1.
It is, yeah, but
I love it.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful.
Just because of that, I thought you were gonna tell me some like grand, like amazing thing on like why you like it artistically, and you're just like, yeah, it's a cover swipe. That's why I like it.
But what I will say is, I do like this next cover. I think this one's pretty cool.
That one's badass. I mean, he kind of looks like a mutated rat a little bit.
Yeah. I've got that in it's a 1 in 50, but for the life of me, I don't know where the fuck it is. Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I've looked everywhere.
Gotta be so. Mate, it's a great cover, that is. And then obviously you've got this one as well, which is by Mike Plug.
Yeah, that's a 1 in 100, isn't it? That one.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the GPA on these bad boys.
Okay. Boom.
So we've got the Marvel Spotlight 2. Let me just get rid of the banner so we can see.
Thanks, Paul and Matt, by the way, for answering my question.
Oh, what did they say?
Basically, NC-17 is no children under 17 in the US. So no one under 17, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And R-rated then is that over 18? Is it in the US?
So it's over 18, but if you're accompanied by an adult.
So hang on a second. So you could have a 15-year-old going if they've got an adult with them.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
my
ridiculous.
Gosh. I'm sure that's the same as Edward's, though.
I don't think. It
no,
is.
you can't take it. You can't take
kids. I tried. Honestly, they wouldn't allow it.
What is that? One of your dates? Was it?
Yeah. She said she was 12.
And she got rejected for the PG.
That's a great TikTok, that isn't it? That
she
said she
TikTok.
was 12. Right. 9.6, which is the highest by looks of GPA. $1,401 the last sale. Oh, that was in August.
14,000, yeah?
14,000, sorry, yeah. Again.
Motherfucker.
Woo! I mean, so if that's $14,000 for a 9.6, then a 9.8 has got to be pretty hefty. If that,
yeah, man, yeah,
at least double.
At least double, maybe triple.
Maybe.
Yeah. If we're looking at the difference between 9.6 and the other books, guys, shit, man. Interesting that there isn't a 9.8 on the census.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, actually, is there a 9.8 on the census but not on GPA? Would that be a case? Because it may be on there but not being sold.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah. It's possible on the census, but there hasn't been enough sale records for a 9.8, which is why it's not there.
Now, is that because it's a difficult book to get in high grade? Is it because it's
square bound?
Thick
square bound. Yeah, it's square bound, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is, yeah.
And it's red, and that'll show off any little blemish of white, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Definitely. So you've got a respectable 9.0 sold in August for about $2,000, which is pretty good. But if I bring up the lower grades, which is what I mean, my 4.5 is the last sale was $600, which is incredible. I would say.
I would say, yeah, incredible.
Because I think I only got it for about £100.
Fucking.
So yeah, what a great buy that was. So
yeah,
so you got your 7.5, 839.
What's that 7.0 one, buddy? I can't quite see you.
The 7.0 is 700 last sale. $800 over the 90-day average.
So it's interesting that the
Okay,
6.5
guys, hold on. I'm sorry,
is
but
sold.
there is one 9.8 on the CGC census for a Marvel Spotlight #2.
One.
Wow.
Only
Wow.
one.
That's amazing. Amazing.
The only one. Wow.
If that person put up for sale, they could probably retire for a couple
Not
of years.
40 grand.
There's only 23 9.6, and then until it gets to the triple digits up to the 100s is a 9.0. But even a 9.2 is under 100. There's only 83, and a 9.4 there is 77.
Wow.
Wow.
So there's
Wow.
not a lot of books, is there? To be fair,
No, for a decent book as well. Very decent character.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
Do
do
you think
we
that part of
think
the-
then?
I wonder if this character being what it is also causes there to be a lot of kind of throwaway issues of this. Who 20, 30 years ago would have saw this kind of character getting a lot of attention? It's
right.
not a superhero as such. It's not a Captain America. It's not a Spider-Man.
yeah.
It's a kind of very British type kind of myth story or urban legend kind of story. So I kind of think there would have been a lot more throwaway copies of this book. People just would not have been interested in it.
I think what's interesting is now, and I'm pretty sure, Tim, you'll probably confirm this, but there was a lot of Marvel horror or horror in general books being sold now, and I bet you sell them quite quickly.
Yeah, they're going through the roof, mate. Tomb of Dracula is flying out. Tomb of Dracula 1. These are all the type of books that no one wanted. I'd be hard pushed to think that there was a lot of collectors, true collectors, that were going after these books until a few years ago, and now all of a sudden, and we see it with a price hike. My Tomb of Dracula ones. Every time we have one on a show, it's gone in no time. The only one that's
it doesn't matter what grade that is. It's that they'll just go.
Yeah, we've gone as low as a 2.0 detached. The only one that's not sold yet so quickly is my Neil Adams signed copy. Just thought I'd drop that one in there.
Oh, how much was you selling that for?
I won't, mate.
Oh, you won't?
No, it's.
No.
I think I'm trying to build up a bit of a personal collection at the moment with some really nice books in there. So I think that Neil Adams signed one, when it comes back, I'm hoping it's about a 7.0. So you might see some disappointment when I do a video in a few months' time, but fingers crossed we'll get a nice grade on that one. But that one won't go, mate. And I don't think I can price it either.
No. The Tomb of Draculas are getting they're going through the roof.
Yeah.
And I would say I remember 6 months, 12 months ago, at Tomb of Dracula, you getting a 9.8 for £1,000 or $1,200 and $1,300. Now you're talking $2,500 to get a 9.8.
How much of this is us? Again, comes down to speculation. The whole purpose of the show. How much of this is speculation? Though we're hoping for the monsters, we're hoping for Werewolf by Night and Dracula and Ghost Rider to come back, and we're hoping for these characters, and we're driving that market.
Yeah. But how many times have people, companies gone along with what the fans say and what they want? I think it happens probably more than they're going to let on, because they're not going to admit all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened with Mephisto.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
but they'll see that there's a demand for the supernatural side. All they need to do is just go through YouTube and look at Facebook groups and stuff like that, and look at GPA for sales, and they'll see that there's a demand, and there's an increase in demand for it. So, like I watched something today. If you open up a KFC shop, you sell KFC. You don't open up like a turkey shop that does it with turkey. If the customers want Kentucky Fried Chicken, you sell them Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what I mean? You don't swap it for something else.
How much of that do you think, though, is, do you want to see Dracula in the Marvel Universe? Or are we hoping to see Dracula because we're all specking on the book? there's a big difference there, is what I'm kind of trying to get at.
But the thing is, we have to see Dracula in the MCU because we've got Blade, so the vampires exist.
And Dracula could be, the head honcho of all the vampires.
King of the vampires.
Yeah, Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
He's Lord of the Vampires.
Looking to Werewolf by Night. Do you need to see? Do we need to see him in a movie? Would we have cared a few years ago if we saw a Werewolf by Night movie or that character in the films? Again, because we're specking on it so much, that's a lot of the time where the hope is coming from.
Yeah. I think you're quite right there, Tim. I think a lot of the sales driven into the horror books are Spec, because we're getting Blade, we've got Moon Knight.
I think it's not just that though, because what's happened with speculators and collectors, right? There's only so many. There's a finite amount of superheroes out there, and books to collect, right? And obviously, the superhero books, the first appearances, they're all gone. So then people start looking at other areas, and that's where they've gone down the supernatural side of things, or first appearance of Dracula, first appearance of Werewolf by Night, the Frankenstein. The Mummy, and then the whole Marvel. Is it Marvel Spotlight 28? Is it? Or I'm trying to remember which one it is. One with the Marvel Premiere 28. Is it the yellow cover with the Legion of Monsters?
Oh yeah,
28.
Yeah. I love that cover, by the way.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and that's what I think. You're right, Tim. I think a lot of people. I think people want to see a big movie. I know a lot of people didn't like Van Helsing, right?
I love that movie.
I loved it.
I love it. Kate Beckinsale.
I love Kate Beckinsale, and in Underworld as well. She was good. I quite liked. Was it Underworld?
Yeah. Sweet.
But
maybe even if it's something like that, we all want to see something super gory, don't we? But I'd be happy with a 15 certificate or an R-rated film like Deadpool.
Yep.
Should
we take a look at the GPA at the Werewolf by Night 1?
Yes. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
So it's relatively quite low for the cover A, which Jason, swooned over.
Oh, but it's the Plug. Wow, look at that Plug.
The Plug, I know.
Hang on.
Yeah, I would expect that.
Hang on, now someone help me out here. Right, there is a V Reggie variant cover. Is that the one that?
That's the one you pulled out, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other variant cover, which is what I got. The one in 50.
The one that you can't find. Yeah.
It's 575. I've got to find that book.
You've got to find it, Jace.
Motherfucker! I gotta find it. I have to find it. Where is it?
I mean. So the ultimate question is: do we think that Marvel will go with Jack Russell, or do we think we'll go with Jacob Gomez?
It all depends on the position on Moon Knight. You can't really spec. It depends, because if it continue with the original characters in Moon Knight, then you could possibly almost say, Jack Russell's going to be in it. But are they even going to try and link it back, or do they put a flashback to it? I really wouldn't know. But would you have, the possibility of two Latinos with Robbie Reyes and Jake Gomez running around? I don't know.
I think Jake Gomez is Native American, so I don't think that's classed as
right. Okay.
Potentially, no. I don't know. It could go either way, because we haven't had a like a Werewolf by Night character in any form in any Marvel film, have we? So. No. It totally depends on what happens in Moon Knight.
And I agree. I think it all depends on what direction Moon Knight's going into, and is the MCU even going to bring in the committee? I know they are on big spec right now, but I think it all really revolves around what's going to happen with Moon Knight.
Yeah, totally.
Right. So this one's kind of a little bit more risky with the newer character, isn't it? So,
well, the thing is, it's so brand new as well. Like with the other ones, they were like 2012, 2014. I think there's only been 4 books in this current run.
Right, let me tell you now, guys. If they're going to be bringing in a Werewolf by Night, there hasn't been enough time for pre-production for Jake Gomez, right? And the fact is, right, that the original Werewolf by Night, there isn't a huge amount of books on the census. I think it's undervalued. I think there's loads of room to grow on it. So for me personally, the original Marvel Spotlight #2, Werewolf by Night, is the Spec book of choice.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is with a character like Werewolf by Night is with especially werewolves is it can easily be passed on to somebody else.
Yeah, quick bite.
So bite or scratches. So potentially down the line, you could get Jacob Gomez as a successor or whatnot.
Yeah,
but
anybody with a silver bullet, man.
Or you could do it in kind of the opposite direction. You have, a Native American boy who's growing up or a teenager, young adult who gets, believes there's a ancient, prophecy of their kind, like almost sort of like Twilight. And maybe he passes along to Jack Russell. He bites Jack Russell in a fit, and then Jack Russell becomes werewolf.
Kevin, you were a Twilight super fan because you keep mentioning Twilight.
Oh, no,
Dude.
I think he just wants to bring Jacob back from Twilight.
Bring Team Jacob.
Get his top off.
Get what is his name? What was the actor's name?
Taylor
Lautner.
Yeah, get him back to playing a werewolf. Get him back in shape.
Yeah. He was actually in Grown Ups 2, wasn't he? Which, incidentally, you can see me on a video on Attention Seeking Geek talking about the original film, Grown Ups. Check it out. It's funny.
I didn't know that.
So
Mark.
We've got Mark saying they've advertised for a Latino actor.
They have.
Did not know that. Mikey, we should have done our research.
You chose the books, dude.
No, sorry.
Can't really go and do anything else.
He threw you under the bus real quick.
Yeah. I don't know what to say now because I was agreeing with Marvel Spotlight 2 as a spec book. Do you know what? I'm just going to stick with my guns.
Book. Still a great spec book.
No matter what, like I said in the beginning with Nova, I think whatever one gets picked, they're both going to increase in price in some way. Because again, even if it is the newer characters, people are going to want to have the original as well.
Yeah. Cool.
I think always. I agree with that. I think Marvel Spotlight 2 is going to continue to grow. I think the newer version, it will see a jump if that is the character and that is the direction they're going in. It's going to see a jump, and it will come back down or it will flatten. It will never reach the desirability of Marvel Spotlight 2.
Yeah. Fair enough. So we're all going Marvel Spotlight 2, even though the news has shattered our...
Yeah, I still think it's a great spec book. Undervalued.
Neil Adams.
Yeah.
Does anybody know if he does the interior artwork as well, or is it just cover?
He does...
No idea.
Can't see it from there. So you've got... No, it's Mike Plugart.
Oh, okay, all right.
Which is probably why the Plug variant on the new one's so high as well.
What a fantastic cover there. Cool.
Yep.
So
we're all pretty much agreed on that Spotlight.
Marvel Spotlight 2, yeah.
I feel like there's not enough like media with werewolves too. Like I love werewolf movies, dude. Like the classics and stuff. Like
yeah.
Right.
I feel
let's
like
do
there
round
should be
robin
more.
now. Quick round robin. You there, James? What's your favorite werewolf movie? Just not one, please. Come on.
Werewolf movie.
Right. If you don't know,
I know mine. I know mine.
Mikey.
Ginger Snaps.
Right, Ginger Snaps. Superpower review, Kev.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the one with Anthony Hopkins in it.
Wolf? Is it with Jack Nicholson as well?
No, that's Jack
No.
Oh no!
Ah.
Oh, Benicio del Toro. That one.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, the Wolfman. I didn't like that one.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Tim.
Probably American Werewolf in London, just because it scared the life out of me as a child.
Yeah.
Growing
James,
up in
have
a
you
time
got
where your
one now?
parents let you watch horror and
Uh,
18s.
I would say Underworld. That's got
Does
Latin
Underworld
words in
count? Because I would pick Underworld too. But...
Right. Okay.
I don't know, but Van Helsing had werewolves in it as well,
Right.
didn't it?
Number one, hands down, American Werewolf in London. Number two, probably The Howling. 3 Dog Soldiers. Great film.
Oh, Dog
What a
Soldiers
great-
is an amazing film.
Great
That's
film.
probably my favourite one. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, there we are. Yeah. I love werewolf. The worst one, American Werewolf in Paris. What's that
Teen
about?
Wolf.
Yeah,
Is that
that
the
was-
comedy one?
This Teen Wolf's the comedy one. Michael J. Fox.
Jack Nicholson played a werewolf too.
He did Wolf, wasn't it? Was Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer in that? Michelle
Yeah,
Pfeiffer.
she was. Yeah, yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange film. And James Spader.
Ultron.
Ultron.
So why
Speaking of
wasn't
Ultron.
yeah? Speaking of Ultron, why wasn't James Spader's voice used in?
They haven't used a lot of people's voices, I've noticed.
No, I've noticed they haven't used.
It wasn't
Brie
Robert Downey
Larson's.
Jr. It wasn't Brie Larson's. It wasn't. It's not. It's
Not
definitely
gonna
not
be-
Scarlett
No,
Johansson.
no way, no way. She won that, by the way. She
If
won the
anybody-
Oscar.
If anybody is into werewolves and wants to try a really good read, an interesting read, there's a Swamp Thing
Twilight.
issue. There's a shut up. There's a Swamp Thing issue number 40 where Alan Moore puts a different twist on werewolves, where it is a woman werewolf from a tribe, and when they go through their menstrual cycle, they turn into werewolves.
Typical woman.
Oh.
It's okay. There's no women watching.
It's actually really good though. It's quite different.
Well, right. So
Jason wants to
Marvel's-
go hide in a corner.
yeah. Jason's gonna
I
get
just
cancelled
realised
now.
that. Yeah, I know. That's okay. It's all right.
It's all right, mate.
You know, I'm only joking, ladies.
Cool.
Uh,
So let's round it down then. So
Round it down.
round it down, Mikey. Go on. What we got?
How do I round it down? How do you mean by round it down? How
So
do
what
you
are our
round it
books?
down?
So we're going with.
Okay, so we're going to go with what we're going to go with Marvel Point One for
Yeah.
the Nova. We're
Yeah.
going to go with all new Ghost Rider for Robbie Reyes,
Yeah.
and we're going to go with Marvel Spotlight number 2, Jack Russell.
Awesome.
That's it, people.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
that's the end of the show.
That's
Unless
the lowdown.
anybody else wants to say anything about anything.
No, apart from just 2 things. I really, really enjoyed the last episode of What If. Amazing
good, wasn't it?
episode. Really
Yeah.
good. And I saw James Bond this afternoon. Loved
Did
it.
you take your tissues with you?
Well, that was for something else, though.
Oh, it's his last one, isn't it?
It's a great film.
Yeah,
Well,
that's fine.
I'm
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying it. It's a great film. Loved it.
I'm currently doing Why the Last Man. That's actually I'm 2 episodes in, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, Why the Last Man? Yeah, right.
It's on Disney Plus at the moment. So,
I'll be totally honest. I tried to get Gemma to watch it, and the synopsis on Disney Plus said all the men have basically been killed, all mammals with the Y chromosome or something been decimated or something like that. These are just women and one cisgender man. And I'm not ignorant or anything, but I had to Google what cisgender meant.
Right,
'Cause I
you're
don't
ignorant. You're ignorant.
It's not ignorance. You can't just throw something at
ignorant.
me when I'm 33.
Don't you know what
expect me to know what it
cisgender Cis man.
No, I didn't know.
I only
Didn't
know
know.
because my stepdaughter keeps shouting at me.
Oh.
You're a cis. I just want to be a man. I don't want to be a cis man.
Yeah.
It's,
It's just the what world we live in now, isn't it?
it
just,
is. It is. Yeah.
It's all changing, evolving.
Mm,
So, yeah.
crazy times.
if anybody
ride the wave.
wants to have this book, by the way,
I do.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
all you gotta do, it's the origin of Punchline. All you gotta do, anybody watching, go check out our Instagram at MJ_comics. Look for the post that's got this book and just leave a hashtag. Let's put a smile on that face to be entered into the draw once we hit 666 subscribers. So please do.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so.
Oh yeah, please subscribe.
Yeah.
And please subscribe to Jason, Kevin's and Tim's channel. Because they're just fantastic people and we love them.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm an awful person.
Give you the money later, dude.
We've got a question here from Artmageddon Tattoo Studio. What's your views on the Sandman TV series? They called it unfilmable. The trailer looks bang on, which is good, just like Sin City. You think the comics will shoot up?
Definitely. I mean, they're already a pretty expensive book already to begin with, and they're going to only shoot up now. That's one series I wish I had. I wish I had pounced on beforehand, because I think around the time I was getting into Swamp Thing, they announced that they were going to make the Sandman show, and I was like, man, I should have bought that.
Yeah, I did see the little teaser. To be honest, I don't really know a lot about Sandman, but it did look quite interesting.
Yeah, I think any time that they make a teaser or a trailer, you are going to see a rise in the comics. That's just natural. It's just people specking, and it will just drive the market up.
We've got Jason's better half now in the chat. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Where are you?
Oh no!
There you are. There you are. I can hear her shouting.
Put that down! Put it down!
Oh, hello, Amanda. There she goes.
You hit the trick, Jason. I was expecting you to remove the photo and you be dressed in that outfit.
Oh, can you imagine, mate? Next time.
I can, believe it or not. I can imagine that.
That'd be a good idea.
Give me ideas, dude.
Should we wrap up the show then? Because we've been going for like an hour 40.
No, keep it going. Ride that. Get those views, man. Get those watch hours.
What? Have we got anything coming up, Mikey?
Well,
just joking.
I've actually stopped then as well.
No, but seriously,
because I was looking at you to see if you confirmed whether you had the stuff from James yet.
Yes, I have. Yeah,
So we will be filming that.
We'll be filming a video this week, and we're just doing some CGC predictions and some CBCS predictions. So we've sent our stuff off to James Gowan, who's just finished it. So hopefully that will all be
some pretty big books in there, aren't there, James?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. So we'll try and guess the grade. So we'll film that this week.
Yeah. So we'll show you the before and after pictures while we're waiting for.
I had a sneaky look at one of Mikey's books, and I think it's a very, very, very good book.
I haven't seen any of the photos yet.
So very good. That's like a 4.5, yeah.
No. Sorry, it looks very high grade to me. I can't believe it.
Really? It's got to be what I was thinking it was going to be. The high one. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh yes.
It looks really good.
Oh, is it the? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it's the.
Jason's Halloween costume. Cool. All right. So everybody, thank you for watching.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for all your knowledge, everybody. Tim, Kevin, and Jason, and your insights into the world of the MCU.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that the Spec stuff really just is kind of like MCU these days, because DC's just been left by the wayside, hasn't it?
Wait, what's DC?
Yeah. Well, nobody knows.
You say that, but there's some great stuff coming out from others. You've got The Last of Us due, Paper Girls, the filming of that. Everything seems to be, and all those others seem to be. DC just seem to be just stuck in the rut. I don't think they know what to do.
Yeah, I think they're just putting all their money on the new Batman, aren't they?
Which is going to
Better be
flop.
good.
They're hoping for.
If the new Batman movie flunks, dude, I have given hope on DC. I have given up on them. That's it.
It's
It
going to
looks
flop.
good. It looks good.
No, it's going to flop.
No way. It looks amazing.
I don't think it's going to flop. I think it's
Mikey,
going to be really
you
good.
kill him. Yeah, I love how he such confidence in Mike. It's going to flop. It's going to flop.
No, I think that trailer alone.
It's going to be limper than Jason.
Oh.
Anna's going to come and play for DC Universe.
It's only got so many appendages.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's too much pressure on this Batman film to save the DC universe. I just can't see it happening.
Just get Ben Affleck coming in, and that will save everything for me.
Well, they've got the Flash as well. The Flash's got Michael Keaton in. That's going to do well.
That's the only good thing about the Flash. They have Michael Keaton there.
Flashpoint.
Yep.
Don't make everything slow down. Don't do
I've
it.
got no interest in any DC character. Absolutely zero. I'm not that keen on Batman. Superman can go and jump. Yeah, Marvel all the way.
Seems to be what the majority go with at the moment, isn't it, Marvel? Just
Marvel all the way.
just
Make
me
a
and
Christmas
Kevin
song
that's
about
still-
that, Marvel all the way.
Yeah, good do. Cool. Right, and so everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys soon. And thank you for coming on to the guests. It's been excellent. And we really hope everybody has enjoyed themselves. And on one final note, I will leave you with